So intensive outpatient at Tunnel Vision Recovery typically looks something like 3 hours a day, again, up to 7 days a week, but usually averaging between 5 and 3 days a week. Those 3 hours a day are usually covered in 2 to 3 sessions. And those sessions will, the majority of the days out of the week, are going to be group therapy sessions, process groups, relapse prevention groups, coping skills, things like that, with the incorporation of your case management and your therapy, sometimes on the same day, sometimes a little spread out during the week. At IOP, this comes after PHP, which comes after residential, which comes after detox, and is the second to last step in the full continuum of what is the levels of care that you usually see in this modality of treatment. And so IOP is a very minimally structured level of care where we want to get you down to IOP 3 within a reasonable amount of time, because again, we're avoiding you becoming too dependent on tunnel vision recovery. And that would defeat the purpose of what we're trying to do. In IOP, we want to see the client establish employment if that's their goal, if they're not already employed, enroll in school, typically some sort of vocational school, trade school, something where they're going to come out certified, where they're going to go straight into a career, if that is their goal, if that is what they've identified that they want to do and they're not already doing it. And I think it's important to highlight as well, if they came in already employed or already in school, then we would build that IOP schedule around their schedule. And that's where we would be accommodating. Accommodating is the correct word, because we do still want to see some structure at this level. We don't want to go to a full drop off, a full cliff's edge, going from 7 days a week, 6 hours a day PHP to 3 hours a week, 3 hours, or sorry, 3 hours a week, 3 days out of the week, just complete drop off. That could sometimes be compromising. It isn't impossible. I think one of the final important things to say about intensive outpatient is that the client is in control of their treatment services. At the end of the day, the client does get to decide what they want to do and what they don't want to do. We need to get out of the mindset of thinking that we only want to do the bare minimum. We advocate that to the clients. And I think the wonderful thing about tunnel vision recovery is, just because you're approved by your insurance or by your court or by your probation or by the city or legal or your family or whatever it is to go only 3 days a week for 3 hours a day, you're still welcome to barbecue with us on the weekends. You're still welcome to come in outside of programming hours and meet with a therapist, talk with the case manager. You're still welcome to attend all of those other services if you want to, and we advocate for that. And it's part of the reason why we have such a large schedule, such a robust staff, is to really maximize on what we can offer these clients. So I think that's important to note with IOP. And of course, you can work, you can go to school outside of regular programming hours. I mean, it's the client's life. They make their own decisions. We're here for support, lowering that frequency, lowering that structure, and preparing them, giving them a little bit of insight on what the real world's going to look like, and knowing that we're here if you need us, but encouraging them to go out, go after it, and start executing that discharge transition plan.